it ain't real. I just make dollars, I don't make deals. I've been going hard in the paint, still blowing kush clouds till I can't feel like. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like. 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like. 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right?
Welcome, everyone. You're now listening to the Say With Your Chest podcast, and I'm your host, Mr. Light Skin Key Sweat. Thank you to everyone for all the love and support. I appreciate all the feedback. I appreciate all the communication. Everyone's been reaching out. Everyone's been letting me know that they tapping in. Please buy some merch. Now, we got them aprons, we got them buckets, flavors. I was around Jeffrey not too long ago, and I had to let him know. It's like the ice cream shop over here. We got 100 flavors, tons of colors. So if you don't see something you like, just let me know. I could get you something exclusive. I just appreciate that you even want support. You see how they go? If you reach out, who knows what else come with that? Like I said, I appreciate all the love. Also, tap into Tidal. That's where I got the playlist, the slaps, the Love Up On Me playlist, okay? 2 separate playlists, hip-hop, R&B. Now, I won't hold you. The Slaps playlist is the better playlist right now. It's the most up-to-date playlist right now. A lot of y'all old heads, so y'all gonna probably appreciate Love Up On Me if you ain't your feelings. But if you trying to hear what's hot, what's new, the Slaps. That's where you want to be at. That's where I be at a lot more. I need to update. I need to put them in the right categories. I even got some extra playlist, but if you really tapped in, again, holla at me. This don't cost a thing. I'm willing to share. Just let me know you won't be tapped in. But I got vibes this way, Mr. DJ Vibes, if you know, tap in. So, my Puerto Rican co-worker, she happy right now. Ramadan is over with. She came in to work the other day with nothing but snacks. She said she off her fast. Now, she already told me she was going to do this soon as Ramadan started, but I was still surprised because I told her, don't do it. We be trying to eat better out here, okay? We try to do right. At least I do. Me and Basso, we be doing our thing, okay? We be eating lean. Basso don't like to eat out. Neither do I. So she still bought them cupcakes. She still bought them muffins. But she bought some fruit. So I told her, hey, you bought blueberry. That's your boy. That's your boy thing. So I got me one. I be treating me. I don't know about yourself. Some of y'all treating yourselves a little too much. But I got me one. It's small. It was the small kind. And I got some fruit. So I told her I appreciated that. You know, she decent. You know, her views, they not decent. We be arguing. But she's still decent. She be trying to say the Lord. I'd be like, nah, my Lord. I don't know what kind of Lord you be serving, but mine don't agree with Trump. But Lent, we only got a couple more weeks left, so stay strong. Fridays, for some of y'all who only think Lent is on Fridays, at least do that. At least, maybe. We appreciate y'all. Like, you know, God appreciate y'all. I'm not perfect. I'm not all the way, but I'm a little bit more than Fridays. That's all I'm gonna say. So I could judge the ones who less than that. I'm not judging crazy. I'm not, I'm just listening and I'm judging. That's it. I'm talking with love and respect because I appreciate y'all. But I see y'all and we listen and we judge, but we give constructive feedback, maybe? I don't know. Hey, so we went back to church this past Sunday. We missed a few Sundays. I will admit, we took a break. It actually allowed us to get called back after daylight savings. So God said, hey, you need a little more rest. And we appreciated that. So I hope he appreciated that. But we went back to the church we was visiting that was nearby the house. And we had a good little time. This time it was a different pastor, actually the head pastor. He was a nice guy, he dressed nice. I liked his outfit. He had on a light green suit, graphic tee, had some Vapor Max. Noah used to have on all white. I said, okay, clean. I'm going to have that look. Okay. I didn't know we could do that at this church. They say come as you are, a little bit, because they still all black a little bit, and they really be dressed up, but they be dressing up them jeans a little bit more, okay? They let the jeans flow. Some black churches don't let no jeans flow. I kind of come from the no jeans aspect. I want the ladies to wear dresses deep down, but maybe not too much on me. Not too much on me. I'm too traditional. I hear that. But it's cool. They can wear jeans here. So, but they dressing up their jeans. They wearing heels with them jeans, okay? Boots. It's not them boots on the ground, it's them boots for the Lord a little bit more, okay? But at the end of the day, they dressing to impress, but you could wear jeans. And it's all right. Now the guy, the head pastor, he was giving his message and he was very vulnerable on this day. Maybe he's always been like this, but to me, I felt like he was giving a little transparency. I appreciated that since this was the first time that I was getting a chance to meet him, okay? Not that I'm ready to say, hey, I want to be a new member. I'm not standing up when the new member time is ready, okay? I am sitting down. I'm looking at my phone. I'm not getting up. I don't want to be sent to the other room, okay? I don't want you to get my information right now. I don't want to be on the email listing, okay? That's me, all right? I want to talk to you when I want to talk to you, the way I want to talk to you, okay? Not you get to know me and constantly talk to me because you're going to learn about me the hard way. You're going to learn I love the Lord, very much so. However, I don't love people who love the Lord just because I love the Lord. That don't have nothing to do with me, okay? Them two different things. You better, I'm just saying, he working on me still. We ain't got there yet. That's not the chapter we still on. We still working on loving the Lord the way we need to be loving the Lord, okay? We still trying to follow all that over that way, okay? We ain't got to talking about being extra with extra people, all right? So keep that in mind, trying to talk. I don't like to talk to strangers, all right? But this pastor, he was talking about how he was a born again Christian. 35 years ago, roughly, God came to him and told him, change your life, partner. You need to go ahead and remove yourself from some of the people you're around. And he did so. And now this is where we at. He told his wife, who's also a pastor. She look all right. She dressing to impress too now, ladies. Again, not super dressy. She ain't had no dress on. But she was looking all right. She was handling her business. So I said, okay. But he gave a story when he got off the plane recently. He said, "Hey, lady." Well, he said wife. I don't want to say lady. He said, I guess lady not cute. He said, "Hey, love, we gonna build a church over here one day." I don't know what the area was. I wasn't paying that close attention. But he was telling her that there was this area where they're going to expand one day, he believed. This is what God told him. And he told it to her while they riding in the car one day. One day, very recent. Now, I ain't going to hold you. They already got a development already going on, okay? Like, that's still, like, in the planning phase, okay? But he talking to her about the next one before this one even get started, okay? So, that's where we at, all right? Building fun, okay? Building fun. But he was telling the story, and she didn't see it, but then she saw it. She said, "Yeah, I like that idea. We gonna get that. Whatever you say, baby." That's what she was, basically saying in his story, godly way, okay? She didn't see it, she saw it, she believed. All right. That's how it went. Okay. Then he want to get then he want to get super transparent. He said, when I met my wife and after we got married and after we had sex for the first time, he said he had to apologize. He said because it didn't last that long. He said it been a long time and he been waiting a minute and he really loved her. And he said he been having a lot of built up transgressions. He said, but please, please, please believe in him and know that he gonna come back strong. These his words, not mine. He said these words. I know you don't know what church it is, but he said these words. He said he gonna come back strong the next time. Just giving a little time. Couple hours. Now, he said hours. He ain't say a couple minutes. Some of you ladies be looking for the bounce back super quick. He said a couple hours. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Like that. Not the whole night. He said a couple. And then it's going to be all right. He said, but he apologized. He super, super sincerely apologized for his quickness. But, he was being transparent, talking about his journey along the way and how going back recently kind of made him think about how he started. He went back to do a funeral of a young man, and he was talking about how when he first realized that he needed to change his life one day when God came to him, and he had to remove people who was doing things just like he was doing, but that at the end of the day, that's not what he needed to be doing going forward, and he just needed to change the environment. He now see where he's grown to be versus where he sees some of his past, friends or associates where they're at currently. Sometimes that's how it be. Sometimes the decisions in life take y'all different places. Sometimes we all can succeed. Sometimes some of us just don't make it. And it's just unfortunate. But he was reflecting on his journey. He was sharing a little too much. A lot of people was chuckling. A lot of ladies in church laughing. At some of the stories, oohs and ahs. Some of the men, though, they talking. One guy real close, he was laughing real loud. Him and his partner, was in church. Even the minister of music was real good. This guy can sing, okay? Seemed like a little older than me. Not my age, a little older than me, but not that old. He really could sing. And remind me of my uncle who been a minister of music at my church, my family church, all my life. And I felt like this guy was looking directly at me in church because he was saying shout and I was shaking my head. I was hand up a little bit, but I wasn't shouting. I don't really come from shouting community. I really don't like that, okay? That's just me. That's my thing. I just don't like all the antics. Sometimes I don't think it's all needed, but I do respect the difference. but I get distracted, therefore I don't do it. But I felt like he was looking at me in some of them songs initially because I was singing, but I wasn't participating the way everybody else was singing. It was a little extra, not running around the church extra, which I appreciate, but it still was a little more extra than what I was. And I felt like every now and again, he glanced my way because I was kind of in the middle. I like to see, and I don't like to be distracted. So if you're in the middle a little bit, you shouldn't have so much in your eyesight. That's how I view it. But I appreciate the church. The head pastor, he started talking about the building fund. He started being transparent about the finances. He say, amen, amen. This the part where we say, ushers lock the door. We get Marvin Sapp on you real quick. No, he didn't do that. I did that. I added that in. Okay, that's me. But you could tell everybody want to do it. Everybody online where you can record at church. I don't know where they could do that at. Luckily, I don't see nobody at this church with their phones out. But I guess at other people's churches, they be having their phones out and then they be posting it because how else can you even know if you didn't go to the church? Because I know they not posting that clip. I don't believe, but I could be mistaken. But a lot of churches wanting to be funny at church. I don't know if the Lord like funny. I like funny, but I'm also not in the pulpit. Sir, I know you want to talk about your death threats. However, it don't look good, bro. 40K, 1,000 here, 1,000 there, $20 each. I mean, I see how you did the math. Did that real quick. 1, 2, 4. I get it. You know what I mean? But my only thing is it don't look that good. And you say that. You say it don't look that good. You get that. But you trying to act like it came from a good heart. I don't know. Get back to 40K. Oh, you're a gospel artist. Y'all don't make it like that, maybe. I don't know. Tithes and offerings. He said it wasn't his church. That's what he said. He said he was at somebody else's church. He was visiting. He was, I don't know how the ushers listen to him at somebody else's church, but I guess he could do that over there. He affiliated. I don't know. Interesting. Maybe that's why he had to say it so many times because they was wondering if they should listen to him because that's not his church. Now it's starting to make some sense the way I present it. All I'm saying is, he said close them doors, lock them doors. Everybody else trying to say close them doors, lock them doors. Don't go nowhere. I would have sat down. I mean, if you come from a Catholic church like I do, you not supposed to leave till the pastor leave anyway. So you supposed to be sitting down. Me sitting down don't mean I'm spending my money. I don't know what that means. I don't care if he counted me or not. Somebody in there better put 40 in there because that other 20 was from me, okay? And that's what I'm going to say. Hey, that was from me. My mama was on row 2, and she put in 40 for me. I ain't had no cash. It's all right. She owed me some money. Get out my business, sap. But I'm telling you, I was paid for. Count the numbers. We ordered him. I ordered. That's what I do. You need some help? I got credentials. What you want to do? So, I could help out and make this be a little more efficient. But, again, it didn't sound good. That's all I want to, throw out there. But this new church, he gave a little presentation. He gave a little chart. He said, hey, we got the new building that we about to do, not the building in my dreams, the current building that we moving towards. We already got a meal. Everybody who donated, we already got a meal. Goal 17, though. I say, ooh-wee. I said, dang, made me start appreciating the old church. I ain't gonna hold you because the old church, when I went there, see, just to give you some context, I went to a nice mixed church. A little more 70-30, okay? Not like me. Not like me. All right, so perspective. But when I got there, first day, they said, hey, we have no debt and we still doing things. Thank you for your contributions. We've been out of debt for a long time. We had a good business structure. We got in, handled business, paid it off. Now we don't owe nobody. Now we be doing what we want, but we be smart. I said, okay, yeah. And guess what? They've been moving like that and been expanding and be donating. A little too much sometimes, maybe, but that's where God be taking them. And I don't be saying nothing. Plus I don't be tithing and offering the way. I don't know. He's still working on me. I gotta figure out who to give it to a little bit more or something. I be giving it to the world, like to the people I know, to myself, to the right things, to what I think God says the right things. I don't know. But I don't know. I missed that class, okay? And I've been in a lot of them. And that's not the one. I don't remember the tithes and offering class. But anywho, he gave a nice presentation. I appreciate that. But hey, look, it's a difference from going one place who don't really need your money but would like your money to a place that needs your money. Like, want your money. Like, they talked, they gave everything at the church that you wanted, this new church. But at the end, he said, sit back down. He didn't say close the doors, though, but he said, hey, y'all, real quick, tithes and offerings at the end. I be wanting them to mix it somewhere in the middle somewhere. Don't hit me at the end. We was already standing up. We had to sit back down. And everybody got app. He said, hey, we had to update the Cash App. I said, oh, black folk. Black folk Cash App don't work? Oh, bruh. But not too much. I ain't the one giving no money right now. I ain't hold you. But I'm still figuring it out. And I think it's going to be part 3. Part 3 might make me new member class. I don't know. We going to see. Not too much on that right now. But I did see 2819 pastor. I don't know where this church is at, but I am going to look it up right after I finish recording because I saw what they just did for this white man and his family who came from Canada. Shout out to Canada. Shout out to Drizzy. You know what I mean? We still singing sexy songs. Even in church, godly sexy songs that don't have the curse words in it, maybe. I don't know. But at this church, this guy blessed because he wanted to, because they didn't want it. He said he just wanted a job. He said, but he gave up everything, sold everything, and drove down from Canada to wherever this is at, and to be able to go and listen and join and be a part of this church. This man blessed him on the spot. $50K. You hear that, Marvin Sapp? He giving $50K, not asking for $40K. Do the math. Seem like 10 more, a little more his way, in favor his way. Sound like we like his way a lot more than your way. That's how God was showing that. Don't be coming out looking for compassion. I get you done had some life things. We don't want to say too much, but your comment's still your comment. See, everybody think that they could bring up something that didn't happen for some sympathy. Men and women. More women than men. We not going to say too much, so. But you ain't got to say that, bro. Move around, take your little. You should be trying to figure out how to get back that $40K. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they didn't get $40K. I ain't gonna hold you. Somebody didn't pay. $39.9. Again, all y'all paid, y'all go to a cult. That's all I'm saying. If all y'all paid, if they got 40 before y'all was able to open them doors, we need to talk. Y'all need to come to the Say With Your Chest podcast and come talk to your boy because I want to investigate. We want to figure this out. God want to know a little bit more about this too because this ain't the guy we be looking at. This ain't the God I be listening to, okay? We don't talk like this. He don't hold you hostage for no money. Now, there was this guy who was trying to go potentially make some money who still got arrested. You know, sometimes you're trying to do right and it's still wrong in the right you're doing. Now, I think some kind of way they're going to be some forgiveness. I think some kind of way McDonald's need to give this man a job because he left his kids there. Now, he paid for the food. They could have stayed there, okay? Now, why they had to call the cops is wrong. You know, again, I think her name was Karen, but they didn't say her name. But I think her name was Karen who reported it. It wasn't a McDonald's worker. It was supposedly somebody at McDonald's, probably somebody eating too much. You know, them kids could afford to eat a little bit because they're going to burn that off. Your old ass wasn't supposed to be at McDonald's doing nothing. But you got the nerve to want to see some African American kids and not try to help out. Not try to see if they need something. If they want some more food. You be giving food to the homeless all the time at the light. But black kid come around, you won't call the cops. You know, I see how y'all be trying to do. I was just on the elevator recently, getting on, and as soon as I turn around, lady who was a little older, she chose not to get on. Act like she was looking down. And then I kind of lock eyes with her when the door's closed, shaking my head. I do all that. I be pointing, I be looking. When I left the doctor's office, I was getting in my car, and there was a lady, a little older, who got in her car, and we was across from each other. You know, as I'm pulling out, this lady, after even opening her door, then come all the way to the front of her car to check her front to see if I tapped her car. And then when she looked back, I'm laughing my ass off at this lady, pointing and laughing, shaking my head like, who would do that? I said, the racists, they out, they moving, you know, but why would they need to attack this guy like this? You know, think these kids just sitting there doing this. And 10-year-old, hey, why you didn't say something? You know, but hey, I don't know how great of a dad he was. You know, I don't know if that was the best decision. Get everybody in your business, bro. And you're not driving, you're walking. So this wasn't about to be a quick trip. How fast you think McDonald's about to hold these kids? You know, this their first meal that day, you know. They caught them playing around, running around. You ain't even made it to the interview yet. And they done already finished their food. 10-year-old won't play. Ain't got no toys at the house. That's why you looking for a job. So I get it, bro. But, hey, you need to start asking for some help. Now, I think y'all need to stop playing with these kids. Because these kids be playing back. These kids gonna get y'all in trouble. Kids gonna be honest with y'all, and y'all not gonna like what they gonna say. Now, I told y'all a long time ago, y'all need to leave these challenges alone. Now, y'all didn't like playing with the adults. Now y'all want to play with the kids because y'all think these kids going to be innocent. Y'all think y'all having these kids to have toys, to have playmates, to have little best friends, to have people to dress alike like. Hey, look, I don't know what y'all doing. That's not parenting, y'all. I'm sorry. I know y'all be seeing all that y'all be seeing on TV, on social media. And I just want to let y'all know, all that, taking pictures all the time, okay. Let's see what they doing at night when them kids can't sleep and ain't nobody else around. I just want to let you know, they get real in them streets. You know, people need to buckle down and worry about the right things. Because all that, take pictures, talk back, dress alike, like, that's not coming no time soon, okay? Keep that in mind. A lot more work come before that, okay? Good days and bad days, but a lot of work. A lot of these parents be looking stressed too now. I can show you some videos Some parents who taking pictures and kids not acting accordingly the whole time, all right? But they got this new challenge where now y'all want to see if the kid won't give you a cookie or not. Do you need the cookie? Maybe you don't need the cookie. I think the kid could need the cookie more than you need the cookie. That's all I'm saying. But you want to figure out if the kid gonna give you a cookie. What I've been seeing is a lot more of seeing if the kid like the mom versus if the kid like the dad. This is just my observation. Maybe this is my algorithm. I don't know. But this is what I'm seeing. And these babies don't really like you moms till you reprogram them. I just want to throw that out there. All that extra, hey, say my name. They be saying dada first. Just throw that out there. I know y'all be doing the work. We know. But they be saying dada first. Just throw that out there. Let y'all know. They like both. We know y'all want them to like y'all more because y'all like y'all more. But they like the dada too. Okay? Keep that in mind. I know y'all don't want, y'all don't always like him. So when y'all don't, nobody supposed to. I get some of that. I'm with some of that. But not with the kids, okay? Sometimes y'all be doing too much. Keep that in mind. But stop playing these games with these kids because these kids being honest. They letting you know they not sharing because y'all not parenting appropriately. Now, I told my supervisor today, we had a little team meeting and she was talking about her son and how he be acting up in the store when she be taking him in the store. I said, oh, I never took mine to the store and mine about to be 16. I won't say too much about that, but I don't believe in that. Why do I need somebody else to give opinion or distractions? I want to get in and out. And if they're with me, that mean I can't go. That mean I need to figure out another time. That's how you do that. That's it. That's not the time, though. Figure it out. But that ain't it. I didn't went at lunch. Put it in the freezer at work. So it don't go bad for them last couple hours. I'm just saying. I strategize. I figure it out. I keep things in mind, but I'm not taking them kids with me for them distractions, for them to add more cost to what I'm trying to spend, okay? But you definitely have to teach your kids some good values, keep them in church. And if you're doing that, they going to know how to share. Because that's what we were seeing. Do your kid know how to share or not? And a lot of them don't, and they don't care that it's you. So teach better, then they'll do better. Now somebody who still not doing better, TikTok going away. That's what they say. Only a couple more days, and nobody bought them yet. Amazon just threw out a little bit, but I think all the strategic, all them friends, everybody know each other. I don't know what the number is. China not really trying to sell TikTok. Are y'all downloading that app? See, I never downloaded it back, and I deleted it before it went away. When I heard China wasn't really who we was supposed to be rocking with, I left them alone. I don't really know how to use it that well anyway. And YouTube, shout out to YouTube, been doing better. So why do I need to be everywhere? I just need to be where you need to be at. A lot of y'all got too many options. And, look, he trying to make sure everybody be American a little bit. And, hey, look, this about to be a dictatorship. I hate to say it. I don't like that. And this why, shout out to Mr. Cory Booker. I appreciate just the balls to get up there, one, for over 24 hours. 24 hours and some change. The most change, but some change. And talking about everything wrong with Trump. Everything wrong with what he trying to do. And you see what he trying to do. These tariffs. Hot off the presses. He giving everybody 10%. Imports, 10%. Everybody, at least. Some places more than 10%. Mexico, Canada, you already know what's going on that way. Hey, look, y'all. Don't travel. Sorry to tell y'all. I've been telling y'all because of the calls, but y'all don't care about that. Y'all don't mind going to that. But now, I'm telling y'all, don't go over there. Y'all might can't get back. And if you go over there, make sure you bring a little extra change because you might need it to get back. Might need to pay somebody off, to slide on by. They gonna ask for something. If not, they gonna take something. So play with who you want to play with. I say stay on this side right now. I'm not saying you like Trump. I'm just saying that's where it's safe at right now because that's where you at. That's who you are. I know you don't understand that. Y'all think y'all who y'all want to be. No. When you leave, you're an American. You might be black, you might be white, you might be in between, but you are an American to anybody not an American, okay? And they treat Americans differently. Some places look at you as a prize. Look at you like you got some money. And we know you don't, but they don't know that. They see your body as value. That's why they might capture you, hold you as a hostage. That's all I'm saying. Not too much. Not too much, but you need to know what you're doing. Summertime coming. I see a lot of y'all won't be outside, me included, but I'm giving you tips. I'm not telling you where I'm going, not telling you what I'm doing, but we be doing. We got plans. Quietly, safe. You might want to drive. Might want to be nearby. I used to say 2-3 hours. We might need to say 4 to 6. That's it, 4 to 6 maybe. See if that give us a few more options, but price. Got to add in price and safety. That's all I want to tell you because it ain't safe here either, but it's definitely not safe internationally right now. So I think you should stay put. Stack your paper. Home improvements. That's what I'm doing. But stack your paper. Now, Trump, why are you doing all this? Why are you making everybody go through all this? I don't know. You really want to be a dictator. I get it. You want to remove history. You in the museums trying to figure out what's needed to be displayed. Anything black, they trying to strip away. You better value yourself. That's why y'all better vote differently next time. Oh, y'all thought it wasn't that bad last time. Y'all thought he be trying to help you. You thought the small gains was for you. And you fell right into the trap. Everybody think money is good. Money is the root of all evil. And you see what's going on. He lied to a lot of y'all. My coworker be shaking her head. And I be shaking her head, pointing my finger at her like, hey, bro, you did this. I like to remind her every time. Because I won't hear the excuse. I won't hear how you feel now. But you see how he changing the rules on the spot? You see how they have the issue with the communication. You have the group of government employees higher up using Signal to communicate and then messed around and invited a reporter in from the Atlantic. Now, I think somebody did something on purpose. Now, we not going to say who, but Trump say ain't nobody getting fired. Elon say ain't nobody getting fired. Elon ain't even a full-time government employee. He firing full-time government employees, temporary employees, but he temporary too. But it seemed like he get to stay till he finished. We don't know what he working on, but he still working. I guess. I don't know. They doing what they want. Dictatorship. That's how that go. You know, some people say leadership. Some people say control. This ain't the right leadership. But this the leadership you chose. Now, my leadership in God. See, that would my co-worker be trying to say. I said, no, but you supported this one. So what God you support? Because which one is it? You be trying to talk out both sides. I don't not in front of your boy. Not when we be bringing up God. I be trying to like that, you know, in my communication. I love to sprinkle that in, and we ain't even supposed to be talking about that at work. So, you know, she'll come, knock on the door, and say, hey, you know, come read this email. And it was about one of my managers, and I was like, oh. And then next thing you know, I'm like, I'm seeing some little shade. What that's all about. I asked me. I don't care. I know my job is safe, I guess. I don't know. She way more newer than me. She ain't going nowhere either, but I know I ain't going nowhere. So God got my back, so that's how I be moving. But is this the way? You know, again, seemed like he tried to have conversation, but seemed like he negotiating with an iron fist. He talking like your mama was talking to you when you was a kid. It wasn't all that talk back. You do as you're told. Okay, so that's dictatorship. So I don't know what else we gonna keep describing it as in different ways, but we saying the same thing. We all in agreement. But again, this who you chose, and he said he was gonna do a lot of this. Y'all didn't believe him. I'm at work. My coworkers still talking about they don't believe everything. And they shutting down my office. Now, mind you, I'm a part of a couple offices, but one of my current offices that I am a part of is being closed. Directly affected. I be trying to let y'all know. This is real. I be having to respond to Elon by Tuesday, every Tuesday. It ain't Elon, but it's Elon. You know what I mean? And every Tuesday. What you done did. What you working on. Now, I keep saying the same stuff because I'm working on the same stuff in theory, but that's how I'm playing the game, you feel me? I don't know, but it is what I've been working on. So, it is what it is, but it's real. I ain't getting fired, so not too much on me and my business, but the actual physical location is being removed. They're really trying to make everybody be efficient. They really trying to reduce the workforce. That's all I'm saying. This stuff is real. Now, what's also real is people don't really like Elon. And hey, Elon, they don't care that you was giving them little calls out. You know, them cars could kind of drive themselves, but nobody buying that feature because that's an extra 40,000. Because I was watching a lady the other day still driving one, but she had her chopsticks in the other hand. And I'm like, oh, I thought this was supposed to be some type of safety type of car. And I see people don't care about that, as well as don't care about you. And they damaging these cars. They removing the name on the cars, putting Toyota, putting Honda, putting anything else but Tesla on the name of the car. Okay? Now, hey, look, y'all. It's super distinguishable. So, we know what it is. We never even knew it had a name on it, okay? So, we're not looking for one. So, it don't change nothing. Get rid of the car. All I'm saying is, we see y'all not appreciating some things. See, again, everybody want to go with what's hot. Not paying attention who they buying stuff from. Not paying attention to who they really supporting. Teach. Now make sure y'all catch up on all y'all shopping. Make sure y'all don't need nothing. They say if y'all really need a car, y'all need to buy one in about a couple days. Or it might be a little too late, okay? Because he just made this announcement. I'm pretty sure everything going into effect ASAP, okay? So Trump ain't playing with y'all. And a lot of y'all, like my coworkers, waiting to see what's going to happen. I keep telling y'all, you need to be proactive. You need to play it safe, hold on to a couple dollars, make smarter decisions, save a little bit more. Do your taxes. A lot of y'all didn't do your taxes. A lot of y'all won't just extend no matter what. Every year just cause. Okay, keep playing with them. I would red flag you so quick just cause you keep doing it every year. Why you can't never do it on time? One of the years, a couple of the years, a few of the years. Why we always need an extension? I don't like that. Yeah, and so be more straightforward. Be early 1 year. Be ready 1 year. Handle your business 1 year. Be actually by the date at least. You know, you ain't gotta be super early. Just don't be late. Okay? Don't ask for no extension. Okay? Don't ask for no more attention. Don't ask for no more communication. See, that's what y'all don't even see. Now y'all got another file. Oh, y'all got more communication. That's what I would do. I don't work for them, but I do things similar. That's all I'm saying, and I think like that. But y'all think like that? This how I think. I'll be sharing, but y'all don't want to hear. I keep telling y'all, stop eating out. I keep telling y'all, going out is going to be difficult. Keep telling y'all, y'all don't want to cook at home. I don't know what it is. Even though I keep seeing people are truly disrespecting establishments, businesses, corporations, robbing, stealing. We in the Wild Wild West right now, y'all. Trump ain't helping. I ain't gonna hold you. He create more. He create more. I don't know. Be careful. That's all I'm saying. Stay safe. Don't stay dangerous. Don't stay dangerous. Stay safe. Okay, please. Stay safe means stay inside a little bit. Stay with the people you know a little bit more. Now, hopefully by the time summertime really get here, this weather get a little more under control because pollen season is in full effect. Now, I won't let y'all know. I think y'all are nasty if you ride with your windows down. Sorry. I just want to be honest. Right now, it's not the time to ever put them windows down. I barely want to open the door. I feel like a little dust might blow in a little bit every time I open the door. Look like a windstorm sometimes out there. The way it's swirling around out there and landing on all our cars. Hey, make sure you get in the car wash. I told y'all a while back. Get the membership. $25 right now. That's what I'm paying. All month. Every day you can go. Your inside should stay clean. I'm sorry. Again, if you open the doors, you're riding with the windows down because you're nasty. Okay, yeah, all that stuff on your dashboards, all over your seats. You need to do better. But the outside, don't be letting that stuff cake up on there. Run it through the car wash. Get your membership first. Run it through the car wash. I know it's going to be every day. That's why you just going through the car wash. Don't go when it's busy. Go when it's convenient. Go when you ain't doing nothing. But get that car wash. At least every other day. I mean, think about it. You go every day, it's less than $1. At least go 25 times a month. That give you a few days you can miss. It's $1 a day. Break it down how you want to do it. But you better go less than $2, okay? That's all I'm saying. Because your car should stay clean and it's pollen getting on my nerves and you should not be outside. I hate that I'm about to have to start cutting grass. Hey, I know in some areas the grass has already started growing super heavily. I know right now where I'm at, not as much, but I see the pollen flowing, I see the leaves and the trees growing, and I see my grass starting to come along. So I know I got about a week or two before my HOA is going to start asking some questions and some letters going to start coming to the house. So I don't want no trouble. So I'm already preparing myself. But I know I'm going to have to be outside with a mask on because that pollen is flowing around. So be careful. Stay super safe around that pollen because a lot of y'all got allergies, got fake allergies, but got allergies. And need to not be getting sick. The weather starting to get good. The last thing you need is to be being under the weather. It's outside time. That's all I want to say. It's outside time. You know, I don't care what's going on. It's outside time. However, it's cheap outside time. Okay, it's don't spend too much. Better go somewhere where you're driving, or y'all won't get on somebody's plane. But you see, these planes ain't landing safely. Not everywhere. So say your prayers. Ain't no accidents. Ain't no, oh, something happened and everybody cool. A lot of close calls and a lot of no more calls, okay? So, I don't know. God, we do not question God over here, okay? So, say your prayers. That's all I'm saying. But right now ain't the time. Too much going on. These ain't the signs to be having too much fun. That's too much fun if you out there doing something like that right now. Just wait. Let some things play out. Stack. Wait till the price go down. See, that's what y'all don't realize. Don't spend no money while everything kind of going up. Then people going to have to renegotiate quickly. Everybody going to have to play nice on both sides. And then next thing you know, the stuff going to come back and be more in favor for you. Maybe go make you a quick Costco run tomorrow. Real quick. That's what I'm going to do. But after that, you need to make sure you stay away from spending money. At least do some price comparisons and do a lot of driving. Again, y'all keep buying them nice cars, but don't want to drive nowhere. You only want to drive to the airport. Only want to drive 45 to an hour somewhere. Might be time to put something on the road. Again, Airbnb at one of them little beaches. I ain't going to say too much, but that's what I'm just saying. One of them locals, one of them not too far away. Check that out. That's what we own. I don't like outsourcing. I believe in trying to cut costs, doing as much as I can myself, and spending the least amount of money as I can if I need some help. Asking for favors or really doing a lot of price comparisons, looking for some coupons. Something like that. I'm on all that when I gotta talk to other people. I want a friend of a friend. I want somebody who not all the way licensed, but who still do a good job and got good reviews. I might take a chance on some of that if the price is right. That's all I'm saying. So, depending on the project, I might allow you to mess up a little bit more. Although I give a lot more supervision. Not micromanaging, supervision. Nosiness supervision, because I won't learn, because I'm not going to keep calling you. You're going to get a shot. You're going to get paid your price this one time. But the next couple of times, your boy did it himself a little bit more. That's all I'm saying. I took a lot of good notes. Don't be so lazy, okay? Please stop being so lazy in life. Start being a little more honest, though, with yourself. Because if you're lazy, stop. If you're not in shape and can't physically do some things yourself, get in shape. See, that's the thing you could do. It ain't too late. You still here, right? Work on something. Go to church. Start there. Fast. Believe in somebody. Again, start somewhere like that. Then realize you need some work. Work on it. You can't do a lot of kinks? Oh, no. Better turn them kinks into some kindas. Okay? Not can. Kinda could do some things. Do a little bit better than I used to. How about that? We're going to baby step you a little bit. Not too much. Because we looking for a quick improvement. Real good accountability this way. Okay? So, but we understand that you got to start somewhere. So please start doing something somewhere. Now, I've been watching a lot of TV, as always. I don't, however, watch Pop the Balloon, but I hear they coming to Netflix. Although Netflix, I'm not giving you your $25 you keep asking for. I keep seeing, you keep sending me some emails asking me to come on back. But I keep also seeing your price keep going up, Playboy. I keep seeing, you keep letting everybody know you going up some more. And you're not giving no real reason. You're not giving nothing else extra. I get it. You're going to have some events coming down the line, and you're going to have to pay for that. I told you that. I told y'all that too. But nobody like to listen to me when I'm saying it in real time. Y'all won't remember what I said and then come back later and not give me all the way credit. I know y'all do that all the time. But real time credit, real time listening, almost following, cult-ish, because you enjoy the podcast, not because I'm leading you down astray. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is, hey, you should not treat people as you're treating them, Netflix. Maybe you should go ahead and be a little more consistent with your prices. Maybe you need to reduce your workforce a little bit. Sorry. I don't know how it go, but sometimes you need to eat some of the calls, not keep passing the calls on all your subscribers. That's all I'm saying. But you lost me a long time ago. Well, not that long, but long enough to not be a part of none of this the past few upgrades and changes. So, but I see Pop the Balloon, then grew. So shout out to them. They black or blackish, and they got enough popularity and have trademarked their stuff and caught enough eyes to where now they gonna find a way to be on Netflix, and that's nice. However, I don't think a lot of people should be watching this. Everybody though do need a reality check. I'm interested to see if this is live or if this is more of a scripted show. I do see they got a celebrity, the girl from Insecure. She gonna be doing something. I heard she wasn't having no sex or something like that. She ain't had no man or whatever like that back then. So I don't know how all this supposed to be, hosting, and she supposed to be a good host. I don't know what kind of advice she gonna be giving in this department, but not too much. That's why I don't have Netflix, so I probably won't be watching it, as I've not been watching it on YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. But I do see some of the clips, and I see they be doing their thing. So shout out to them. And the clips I be seeing, a lot of people not being honest with themselves. A lot of people not listening, but they judging. You know what I mean? A lot of people judging already a little too fast, and they not looking in the mirror. And some people be talking back. But fellas, the ladies don't like it when you talk back. They look at you a little differently. Especially if you say something they ain't like. Could have told you that. Ask about your boy. I've been talking back all my life. They've been saying that. Oh well, I'm not everybody cup of tea. So, a lot of y'all new to finally speaking up for yourselves. So I be laughing at all my friends as they would tell y'all. Because they starting to try to, speak up for themselves. The older they get, they finally fed up a little bit on some things, and learning how to figure out, and they won't be asking questions. A couple of them, not all of them, just a couple of them, but hey, look, you need to speak up for yourself. If you can speak for yourself, that's all I'm saying. Not too much though, because they ain't gonna give you too much room. You better be right, super right. A lot of people should be having that pop the balloon right now, and won't pop at any chance they get. Sometimes that balloon ain't supposed to pop. That's all I want to say. A lot of y'all think that you got a balloon that could pop whenever you say it could pop. It don't really always work like that. Sometimes that's your balloon. Pop it if you want. It's just small, but it's still your balloon. It ain't going nowhere. Social media messed up a lot of things. Mainly a lot of people's perspectives, a lot of people's desires, interpretations about what they should be doing and what they should be receiving in order to get. A lot of people want what they want, but don't know what they really should be doing to get it or what come with that. That's why you shouldn't be having your hand out too much, but not too much. Then How we still in 2025 and we still having colorism amongst each other? Why it's still about light skin, dark skin? See, I'm glad I never had that. Although I am Mr. Light Skin Key Sweat. Follow your boy. But subscribe to YouTube. Follow your boy on YouTube. That's super weird to watch our own people talk about, oh, you not my type. Like everybody already know what kind of type they have, you know. People don't even realize that you don't have no type. It's not about a type. It's about who gonna love you and who gonna treat you right. That's it. And guess what? That changed. And sometimes it's not traditional. It's not always gonna be what you want it to be or what you thought it was gonna be. Sometimes it's gonna be what it's meant to be. What God meant for it to be for you. And you're going to have to listen a little bit more than tell other people what your type is. Again, you need to be listening to God to see what he's showing you your type is. Two different things, two different approaches. But everybody got the answer and they by themselves. That's all I want to say. Everybody hanging with their friends every weekend. We getting a little older. And for the older community, it's definitely time to be a little more inside or outside in your backyard, okay? Or outside in somebody else's backyard, okay? Or somewhere local. Somewhere out the way, outside. Where the older people hanging out at, okay? So keep that in mind early in the day, not at night. See, some of y'all think outside is at nighttime. No. Your age group a little more midday, okay? Afternoon to evening time, all right? You done moved up to that time now, okay? 8:30, you should be at home. Now, I hope y'all was watching the Residence finale. We're going to finally get into it. I know none of y'all knew about them birds she was talking about. None of y'all heard of pelican. She didn't want to see them type. Them not rare birds. She wasn't talking about them kind, okay? I'm just saying. She talked about a couple, but you didn't know. You're not into it like that, okay? But I'm just saying, what a nice hobby. And people who in that kind of hobby spend a lot of money traveling around the world to take some pictures of some birds or to just look at them through their binoculars. So, interesting hobby. Not my type of hobby, not the way I won't throw my money around, but a lot of people do those kind of things. So I thought that was neat that they sprinkled that in and mentioned that a lot. That helped us solve the case a little bit at different points. So, interesting. And, hey, look, everybody don't like tradition. A lot of people won't change, not just Trump. You know, again, this was based around the White House. Interesting. I kind of like that aspect. You know, everybody want to talk about what's currently going on in the world and find a way to build some type of storyline to make it more relatable, hoping that you're going to support and spend your money and watch it. So, luckily, I'll be watching at the house. So, shout out to Plug for allowing me to watch the way I be watching. All right, so not too much on me. But The Residence, I really enjoyed all 8 episodes. They got straight to it. You know, and a lot of y'all didn't know who it was going to be. You know, I had a few choices, but I was glad it was her. I'm glad it wasn't some other choices that was starting to be a little more obvious, because everybody could have did it a little bit. Everybody didn't like him. So, I'm happy how it unfolded. I appreciate some of that a little bit more. So, y'all definitely should check out The Residence. But tradition is not for everybody. Some people don't want no change. That's what you see in the world right now. Some people want everything to change. That's what you see in the world right now. Okay? Sometimes we need a balance. That's what I told y'all last episode. We need a better balance. Sometimes you do need a little change, but sometimes you need some things to stay the same. You know? And you need to go about it in a way that don't affect the whole process, because not everything is bad. And sometimes the good don't always have to suffer for the bad. But Trump don't want to hear none of that right now. And Trump, I need you to hear some of that, bro, because your boy being affected. Like I said, they closing down some stuff, although they opening up some opportunities. I just want to say some things coming. I'm hearing some things, but some people don't want to believe some things. I'm more of a believer. I think some things gonna actually happen. If they say it's gonna happen, however, they all cutting a lot of things. I don't know. They say no more unions. That was the new thing I just heard. Keep that in mind. I need to make sure they're not taking no money out of my check. I'm gonna check that tomorrow. I ain't gonna hold you, but not too much on my money. Nah. You know your boy like him some cop shows, some detective type shows. Law and Order. But before Law and Order, there was New York Undercover, baby. They only gave us 4 seasons. And they on Hulu now. Now, I wasn't going to look to see when they was coming. I don't follow nobody. Especially not Malik Yoba, the way he talking about he not black. Not too much on him. But the show is back. And if you need something to catch up on, like I'm catching up slowly because I don't like that little comment he made, but I'm still watching, you know what I mean? I like JC. I ain't gonna hold you. I like, what his name was. I like Eddie. I like Eddie Daddy, I like the whole storyline. So, real cool. And I like Ice-T was in there too. So, good storyline. Check it out if you never seen it. I hope y'all seen it. It's real old. So, that's what I've been watching. Also, Bosch on Prime. We back. Last season, Legacy. It went away the first part. Then they came back with a spin-off part off the same part. Look, just say y'all need some money. Just say somebody don't want to do it no more, but somebody still want to do it, and we going to do something else. Just say that. Don't be trying to end like y'all be trying to end, and people be liking it, and then y'all be trying to come right back because y'all need some money. That's what that be. Y'all ain't got no other show ideas. Nobody want to hire y'all for no good roles because they see y'all as this one character on this one show. And that's the kind of money you're going to get only for this one show. And I get that. Better reinvent the wheel. Better figure it out. Better stop being so dependent on one thing. Diversify your portfolio right now. That's what the world's showing you. Better have options. Now, only 4 episodes right now on Bosch, so you could catch up. Again, Legacy is the new season. You could kind of watch the first couple seasons of that. You don't need to go all the way back to Bosch, but if you go all the way back to Bosch real good. So, again, something to watch. Something old, because it's been out a minute, but quality, good storyline, action. Now, something that don't have as much action, but still has action, but in a different way, different context. House of David on Prime. Yes, religious. I know. You don't go to church. I know, but I keep saying you should. Easter coming up. Ramadan just ended. Lent still going on. Try to get in the season, please. Okay? House of David might get you in the season. You'll see they was going through things too. They be cutting people's heads off. They do what they want over there too, and God don't like a lot of that either. And guess what? Goliath was real. At least in the TV series, okay? Definitely in the Bible. And David, they say, slayed him. They got one more episode. I got to watch it. It ain't out yet, but I know he did because that's what really happened. And they can't change the narrative. They can't say something else happened. But they all showing some things. It's kind of slow. All that old lingo don't help your boy get caught up. So I was super distracted in the beginning, but eventually I rewinded. I started to focus, and I started to see this wasn't too bad. But no one wanted to fight Goliath. And David dad didn't even want him to go, but Samuel came over there, told his daddy, said, hey, I thought you was sacrificing, giving everybody, to God, all your offerings. You let your other sons go, why not this one? Ain't he the best? He said, I'm holding on to this one a little bit tighter because of some things I want to protect, a little bit more. He said, but that ain't what God be wanting. Hold on to, we might need that. And they need David, so we already know how that go. And Goliath, they scared of Goliath. I ain't gonna hold you. The way they present him in the show, ain't nobody trying to step over there. King or whoever leading the show, he already went back in the tent. So I know a lot of y'all don't be tapped into religion and religious movies and stuff like that, but it's quality TV, good storylines. They talk about a little love, but not too much on that, okay? Because that's not what we're here for. We just trying to see good quality storylines and the good messaging. That's what we want to know about. They be talking about family. They be talking about who gonna stick together. Sometimes back in the day, we gonna tell you who you gonna be family with. We gonna tell you who you gonna love. And ain't gonna be no choices. Sometimes we got to negotiate. Sometimes we got to barter. Some people barter with their kids. I'm just saying. Don't have no girl. You might have to, marry her away for some money. I don't know. At least back in them days. Maybe not now. We in a way better place right now. Shout out to King James. We got different kind of kings. Lakers in 5. Billionaire. Great father. Luka Doncic. Bronny James. Lakers in 5. That's what we on. I don't know what y'all on. I know it was a little rough start coming back after the injury. We had to kind of figure it out. Get our rhythm. We still struggling, but we still trying to figure it out. Lakers in 5. Now, Stephen A, leave us alone. LeBron went on Pat McAfee show. He was talking. Kendrick Perkins said, hey, bro, oh, you like the white boys. That's what he said. Steve Nash and them. Steve Nash, Hall of Famer now. Steve Nash was nice. The black guys liked Steve Nash over there in Phoenix back then. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna hold you. They was liking him in Brooklyn too. KD and them at first. You know what I mean? They like Steve Nash. They respect Steve Nash. So, come on, Kendrick. What you talking about? But I see what you talking about. You trying to make a different kind of point. That's why they be saying they don't like when you be bringing up race. They showed that old clip when JJ said, hey, bro, you always trying to do that. Stop doing that. We don't like that. And look, I don't like when the white boy got to come say something the black boy should have been saying. You know what I mean? But Kendrick kind of big. Y'all act like y'all don't want to do nothing. Y'all act like he Goliath. He ain't Goliath. You know what I mean? We ain't scared of no big boys. Better get in the gym. Figure it out. I don't know. Get some help. Don't be scared to ask for some help. Y'all need to leave LeBron alone. And he triggered Stephen A. Shannon Sharp came and said, hey, I told Stephen A. don't respond. Leave that alone. Let it go. But no. Stephen A. grown man. He top in his field. He feel like he ain't got to be quiet to LeBron. And in his eyes, LeBron will never be the GOAT now. Nah, come on, bro. You never gave him credit. So we wasn't expecting anything different, but okay. Although you did come out and had to apologize about our son. Well, not our son, but his son. His son. Not our son. His son. I'm just saying, we rocking. We on the team too. We in the family. Our cousins. You know what I mean? We cousins. But his son. And you had to apologize a little bit. Retract a couple statements. Like I said, you're a little too harsh. You don't lead with love, for real. Again, you could tell people who giving some critique in a loving way, in a more helpful way. And Stephen A., you're a little more harsher on your brother man. And a little more different on the other man. That's all I want to say. But leave us alone. Kendrick Perkins, leave us alone. MJ already stopped sending you shoes, bro. Leave us alone. You ain't got no friends out here no more. You beefing over there with Charles Barkley. Leave everybody alone. TNT, ESPN trying to stir up some type of beef like we care. We do not care, y'all. Y'all getting old. Y'all not unks. Y'all a lot older than unks. Grandpas in them starting to be over there. You know what I mean? That's more like 55 and up club right there. Okay, so starting to need the new generation. Stephen A, it's about that time. I know you getting in shape a little bit. That's what they say, pause. But I need you to go ahead and start introducing the new people a little bit more. You know, it's you and all the young folk. I don't know. But leave LeBron and the Lakers alone. Show the Lakers some love or leave us alone, okay? Because we in the 4th seed trying to get to the 3rd seed, getting close. It's going to be tough, but it's getting close. We gonna see. We would like to get in the 3rd seed, though. You hear it first. Now, I tried to give y'all some March Madness picks. On the women's side, it didn't really go how I thought, okay? LSU coach, she wasn't really on her game. She should have played the big girl they had. Not the good girl they was playing at center already who had been doing really well. Should have moved her to power forward. Really, she a small forward, but whatever, power forward. And then you should have put the other girl in. And when you did give her a little time, she got a quick foul. But you never put her back in. I didn't like that. Second half, she should have played. That should have helped. Because your guards, they're not really doing that much. And Morrow needed a little more help. She was working a little too much. She was a little tired. Although I did like Flaugier doing her thing a little bit. Not a lot, though. Not enough the way she be rapping. She kind of like podcast peeing and, hey, you need to not be on every commercial right now. Your game ain't strong like everybody else, okay? I'm going to need you to fall back a little bit. They might fall back from you a little bit. But you sounding decent. I must give you some credit. Now, hey, Notre Dame, they lost as well. I thought them ladies was going to play well and make it further, but TCU said no way. Now, I don't know if anybody could really play with UCLA because they got this center who's just tall, okay? And she got game. She not just tall and just tall, don't know what to do. She got game. It's going to be difficult. I want to know, is Paige really like that, though? Because Paige throwing up nice numbers. However, if Juju didn't get hurt, Juju would have been able to do something. Shout out to Juju. Hopefully she get better. And she player of the year. So we like that for her. She really had a phenomenal year. And she's just a sophomore. Hopefully she get with Kyrie. They train together. They rehab together. Now on the men's side, Duke made it. I said not too much on them the first time, so still not too much on them. We like North Carolina. They ain't made it. Not too much on them either. So Duke made it, though. They looking all right, but it's going to be tough. Houston, I didn't pick them, but they also was a number 1 seed. Shout out to Master P. Make them say, no. Now, they also have all the other number 1 seeds who made it as well. You got Auburn. I told y'all they was going to make it. You also got Florida. I told y'all they was going to make it too. I really like Florida. I like the guard. He really could shoot. He really be doing his thing. So, make your picks. I don't really know. I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to give it to Florida. Why not? I think they could do some things. So, I want to see what they can do if I have to, make a decision right now. Now, I want to move on to music. Rest in peace, Young Scooter. I don't know what really transpired. Seemed like a lot of things going on. Seemed like the story ain't the story. I didn't heard 3-4 stories because I thought the cops shot you at first, but you scraped your leg on the fence while you was running away from the cops. Hey y'all, don't be running away, and don't let one of them cops have that dog. You're not getting away from the dog. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. I think that's what they say. So keep that in mind. They said the lady who called the cops on you was lying. She said it was gang activity, basically. A lot of guys, a lot of guns, a lot of drugs, women, no clothes on, domestic violence. Then come back and say, well, he was beating up on her after everybody won't start attacking her on social media. Sometimes social media come in handy. I ain't gonna hold you. Social media gonna investigate everything. Social media was AI before AI, okay? Just letting you know. The ladies run social media because the ladies was social media before social media. But social media was social media before AI because they gonna find out what really happened. They gonna let you know. Find the evidence. Ain't no hiding. So keep that in mind. But it's sad to hear how it all transpired. And the cops definitely was quick to arrest this lady because one, she black, but then two, they would like to act like they doing something. You know, let's bring some justice for this rapper because it first was alleged they did something. Because they were a part of it because they were chasing him. But they not going to take no liability now. They going to transfer it all on this black lady. Now, if her name was Karen, would she still have gotten the attention? Because a lot of Karens be doing a lot of false claims on a lot of things, and I don't be seeing them get quickly arrested about anything. So, I need somebody to come down here and see what's going on. However, she was wrong. Can we start there? So, she should get a little something, a little slap on the wrist, okay, ladies? Y'all need a few slaps on the wrist. A little tap tap on the forehead, that's all. Not too much on y'all, but a little tap tap, okay? In other news, Will Smith got a new album out. He back rapping. He needs some black supporters. Now his movie's been alright, the few he done came out with since the slap. Again, shout out to Tidal. Shout out to Jay-Z, who used to be on over there, even though that ain't who I like. But shout out to you for supporting black businesses at one point. Not no more, because you don't no more. You done made your money. It was a little flip for you. But what I'm saying is the slaps. Will Smith is back. After the slap, I got the slaps on Tidal. Anyway, check us both out. The album not too bad. I gave it 2 listens. I added 2 songs to the playlist. So check out the slaps. You'll hear what songs I added. It's okay. He got some help with his bars. That's okay. And you could tell he's a phenomenal actor because he memorized his lines very well. Because he been rapping on some other platforms, doing some verses, doing some freestyle supposedly, and he not messing up. He doing all right. He sounding pretty good. I ain't gonna hold you. He sound in shape. So I like that for Will Smith. I like how he bouncing back, pause. I like how he doing his thing. And he getting back to where the love at. You know, I saw the interview with Gilly and Wallow. Shout out to Wallow. I like how Wallow be talking. I like how Gilly be talking too, you know. And his team won the Super Bowl, so not too much on him. So, you know, but I like Will Smith trying to get back, and sometimes you got to get to the roots. Sometimes you got to get where it started at. And some of that started with being black. He supposedly was a rapper at his heart first. Although he said Men in Black, something, 3, 4, 5 coming back. They talking big numbers. He said he didn't want to do it. We know we didn't want to see it, but somebody want him to make it. And he said they're talking good numbers, so might be coming back. But he said he going on tour. I don't know if you need that in your life. It better be at somewhere where I can bring the picnic basket. Somewhere they got open containers and BYOB is all I'm asking for, please. So, you know, that's the level I think you at. You, Tamar, come together. I done already heard Tamar at some of them nice spots. Them good spots, quality. She get a bag, you know, it's just different. That's all I'm saying. You're not doing stadiums like Chris Brown. Chris Breezy, the GOAT. That's all I'm saying. We not stadium, arena. That's what we do over that way. But, I'm saying Will gonna do something, but he said, hey, it might pause if people don't buy them tickets. He ain't say it like that, but that's what I'm saying. He said he got another opportunity that don't have nothing to do with this album. He might can't promote it. He said y'all can still play it on the radio if y'all would like to, but it's not too bad. A little more holier than most people might like, but not too bad. Keep that in mind. Anxiety, keep on trying me. I feel it quietly, trying to silence me, yeah. My anxiety can't shake it off of me. Somebody's watching me and my anxiety, yeah. Ooh, oh, oh. Hey, look, in addition to that, fellas, I want y'all to know that ain't that much anxiety in the world for y'all to be having them fans in y'all hand while y'all got y'all boots on the ground. Okay? Just want to throw that out there. I want to give y'all some feedback. I see you Shaq with the fan in your hand. Nobody can tell you big ass nothing, Shaq, because you Shaq. You Diesel. I hear that. Pause. But I want you to know that take that fan out your hand, bro. I hear y'all. Y'all won't do the footwork. I get that. I know some people. Shout out to Chuck. Those are people be doing them line dances very well, be hanging, be showing off. Ladies like that, fellas. Learn how to do the line dance. You might pick up a lady in a nice way, okay, without having to spend money buying drinks. Cheaper way. She might like you. That's all I'm saying. She might want to come talk to you. The ones who don't know how to do it might want to learn something. Okay, now I'm just trying to give you some game, free game to save a few dollars, okay? Your dance moves, your workout moves, something that was already for the low. Something that didn't cost you nothing, okay? Because these prices going up, so you need to find other ways, other options. But one option, leave them fans at the store, not even at the house, fellas, okay? And guess what? The ladies got them in their purse. It don't matter what's going on. They got fans. They got them at church now, even more. But what I'm learning, these fans was out at the club Saturday night. It wasn't in there prepared for Sunday. They were left over from Saturday night. So it don't matter. But fellas, it do matter. Keep that in mind, because everything matters.
I can't do it, then it ain't real. I just make dollars, I don't make deals. I've been going hard in the paint, still blowing kush clouds till I can't feel like. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like. 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like. 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a